Hey there guys, I am the Six Machine and welcome back to another Warhammer video. So just a very quick one this evening. We have already seen a little bit of a tease for the upcoming Faith and Damnation Preview, which is happening this Saturday with the 3 silhouetted figures, as you can see on your screen right now. And now I think the one on the left is likely to be something vampire related. The one on the right looks to me like he has a very bone-like bow, so I'm going to be calling a Bone Reaper model for him. But the one in the middle, rather than being an Age of Sigmar tease, looks very much like an AdMech character to me. We have the cables and what looks to be a servo skull above his shoulder, and his gun looks very much like one of the carbines that the AdMech troops can take. So initially I thought that the faith element of this preview may be this guy, and perhaps if we're lucky some other AdMech stuff. You know, they've got that whole faith in the Omnissiah thing going on. But it seems like there may be more than we originally thought. The Warhammer TV Facebook group have teased us with another image which you can see on your screen now, and to me this looks very much like something Sisters related. If you look closely you can see the brassiere near the front of this thing, and near the back you can see that fleur-de-lis motif and the sort of gated ornamental ornate section, which has been a huge piece of imagery for the modern Adeptus Sororitas models that they've done. So if this is something for the Sisters, what exactly do we think it is? Well, a lot of people have been talking about this on various forums and on Facebook and on Twitter, and I am mostly in agreement that this looks very much like the old Repressor tank which the Sisters used to have access to and which you can see on your screen now. Certainly the section near the front of it looks very much like a raised up firing platform, which as you can see is something we also see on the classic Repressor model. I can't quite tell if that is the barrel for a Stormbolter just near the front of that raised cupola, but it certainly looks like a pretty hefty tank style model. So I was trying to think what else it may be, and realistically, you know, especially if you consider that fleur-de-lis motif which is on the back, I can't think of any other faction that this would likely be for. I really do think this is definitely something Sisters related based on that silhouette, and if it is going to be something Sisters related based on the front cupola and the big sort of what looks to be maybe like a gun platform area near the front, that definitely looks like it matches what we can see on the old Repressor. And in terms of the new stuff that we can see on this silhouette, you only really have to look at things like the Immolator and the Exorcist to see the absolutely huge amount of bling and stylized imagery and symbology that they have added to the Sisters tanks to really make them stand out and have that very unique profile. So realistically, it wouldn't be that surprising to see something similarly ostentatious and ornate if they are indeed redoing the Repressor. Now obviously it could be something completely new for the Sisters, but it does seem that they have wanted to redo a lot, if not all, of the old Sisters range, and whilst the Repressor is currently something that you can't get, it used to be, I believe, a Forge World only model, it is one of the very few things from the old classic Sisters range which hasn't been redone, and which I think it's still got rules, but you can't actually get it at all at the moment. As for the tank itself, it used to be very similar to a Rhino profile, with toughness 7, a 3-up save, and able to transport 10 Sisters infantry models. It had 12 wounds rather than the 10 that a Rhino has. I think it's 10 on a Rhino. And it came with a heavy flamer and a Stormbolter. So whilst it didn't have anything super scary firepower wise, especially compared to things like the Immolator or the Exorcist, it was instead something of a slightly upgunned transport tank if you wanted some extra firepower for your Sisters as you drove them up the board. It also had firing points like the Imperial Guard or the Astra Militarum Chimera, so it gave the Sisters a pretty viable third transport for 10-man squads if a Rhino wasn't just cutting it for you, and you wanted that extra little bit of firepower, but you couldn't take an Immolator because of that 6-person transport limit. It was a nice in-between of the two. I really do kind of hope this does end up being a Repressor. I am very pleased that Games Workshop is putting so much effort into not only redoing a lot of the old Sisters range, but also expanding it with things like the Paragon Warsuits. But when they are redoing the older stuff, it isn't just a quick, 10-minute update, they really are going in hard with the grim, dark, gothic church-style look that suits the sisters really well, and they're pulling that not just across the infantry, but across their vehicles and their tanks as well, and really making them look 40k, you know, making them look very fitting and unique, with some really fantastic silhouettes and profiles. So that is it for this evening. I hope you are excited to see the preview this Saturday, and I would love to know if you think this will end up being a Repressor, or do you think this is going to be something completely brand new for the Sororitas? Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what else you are hoping to see in the Faith and Damnation preview, whether that's for 40k or for Age of Sigmar, or indeed for any of the other Games Workshop lines. Thanks again for watching, and as always, please do leave a like and comment and subscribe if you want to see more Warhammer from me. But until next time, I'll catch you later, guys.